Hello, darlings. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Joan. I am a tarot author and reader of many years' experience, and you can find out about me by reading the description below, along with links to all my stuff. But today, we're reading about the Hierophant, also known, we're not reading about, we're doing a video about the Hierophant, also known as the Pope in tarot. All right. He's not all that exciting. Okay. We've got some general symbolism here. A blessing. See, the blessing is depicted here and here. A staff of knowledge, keys of esoteric wisdom, kneeling supplicants, often two pillars on either side. In the Cozy Witch Tarot, depicted as a wise herbalist. A more traditional 1970s Art Deco. This is a charming interpretation of the Hierophant, the wise old owl teaching. And in the Housewives Tarot, we have it as an old-time TV. So, because at the time, the TV was where you got the news and the wisdom and what the rest of the world was doing. And that's relevant here. As I have said in other videos about the major arcana, while the suits tell stories and say what's going to happen and what's happening, the major arcana sets a tone or a mood that overarches the storytelling and lets you know what kind of setting you're going to be having these experiences in. The Hierophant, depending on context, has lots of meanings. One is kind of going the middle way, going the tried and true and traditional way. If you're giving, if this was a best choice spread, and it was between taking a risk or buckling down and doing a traditional route, this would say that's the traditional route, right? Alternative medicine versus an MD, right? Spiritual counselor versus a lawyer. This is the lawyer. This is the MD. Also, in a romance spread, the Hierophant can represent marriage and a traditional commitment. That's actually really relevant. If the Hierophant shows up with the Four of Wands and the Lovers and the Two of Cups in a spread, it strongly suggests an upcoming marriage or a discussion about a marriage. But mostly, we don't have to pretend that every card in tarot is dazzlingly interesting. There's a few that are rather dull. The Hierophant, Strength, a few others. They're pretty dull. They just basically say, okay, you got to buckle down and do this normal straight route, or you need to find a teacher that is a wiser authority, or you're planning on being a teacher yourself. Or you could be getting married straight up. And this is the officiant. The person who does the ceremony. So this is very much a context card, and all by itself, not all that interesting. But some of the themes that are important to put into context with other things are ideas of wisdom, tradition, esoteric knowledge, being able to learn at the feet of a master, having someone who will take you into the next phase of your life, and traditional study. So it does answer questions along those lines. And that makes it useful because those kind of questions can sometimes come across as pretty subtle. And depending on what the Hierophant lands next to, or where it stands in a tarot reading, or how you're reading it, it can be really helpful. Just, if you're a free spirit, Like myself. You see the Hierophant and go, uh-huh. No, thank you. But actually, it's not all that bad. They're experts for a reason, and this is a trustworthy expert. So there we are. I hope that was helpful for you. That's your introduction to the Hierophant. If you enjoyed this, consider liking and subscribing to the channel. There will be a small video for every single card in the deck, and then I'll be doing videos about putting them together, different kinds of spreads, how to read cards that are next to each other, things like that there. I really hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next one.